Dr. Mark Milstein, who seems like a smart white dude. He wrote this article on CNBC, and he says that he wrote a book called The Age Proof Brain. The Age Proof Brain. He said that he found that it's your behavior, not your genetics, that determines what your brain is going to do when you get older. It's your behavior. It's, are you working out your brain like a muscle? So what they did was they looked at these super agers and they said, what makes them different from everybody else? What sets them apart? So here's what they found. They found that that if you have more years of education, any kind of education, you ain't got to go to school to get an education. Okay, give me a yes if you understand that. You ain't got to go to school to get an education. But if you have more years of education, you have more active frontal lobes. The frontal lobe in your brain is what separates you from an animal. So they said that activity with the frontal lobe is what is associated with memory. So he also says that higher education isn't the only way to maintain memory. In another study, even if individuals had lower levels of education, if they attended lectures, read books, wrote things, and would read often, they had the memory scores that were on par with people who had a lot of education. That makes sense. So he says, which types of learning are best for brain health? He says, keeping your brain healthy is not just about crossword puzzles and Wordle and all that. What does make significantly new connections in the brain is learning new skills and information. And the process should be challenging. Super agers, he says, super agers, the smart old people, they embrace and even crave the frustration of learning something new. They love learning. This is fascinating. They said that your brain, if you want your brain to be healthy, you should cross-train your brain. They even give like a sample template. I'm about to give you all this game, and this is going to change you. If you apply this, this is going to affect your life for the next 40, 50 years. I don't know how old you are, but y'all should listen to this. He said, approach learning the way you would with fitness in the gym. He said, you wouldn't go to the gym and only work out with your forearms. He said, eventually you'd look like Popeye. If you go to the gym, you work out different parts of your body. You cross-train your body. So he says the same way you cross-train your body, you should cross-train your brain. And as a result, when you get older, your brain will be more agile than it was when you were young. Here's what he says. This is an example. He says, day one, learn something mentally stimulating, such as listening to a podcast or taking an online course. Well, I've got a podcast for intelligent Black people. You're certainly welcome to be here, but there are other podcasts out there as well. Also, we've got online courses at the Black Business School. So how about that? Feel free to take a look at the Black Business School. Number two, do something that requires learning through movement, such as a new sport, dance, or yoga. So that new sport, dance, or yoga. Day three, he said, be social. Grab coffee with a friend or go to a dinner party. He says social interaction is a form of learning that has been associated with staving off dementia.